first Real Talk World premiere. I'm really excited about this. To my right, I have my cousin, homeboy, but most importantly today, local gospel artist, soon to be nationwide after this song gets premiered. Alfonso A.C. Riley. Thank you so much for joining me, man. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks.
All right. This is going to be a fun one. And next to him, we have the person who actually shot his video, Mr. Calvin A. Gilmore Jr., the founder and owner of Calvin Gilmore Productions. Calvin G. Films Productions. Thank you so much, man, for joining us. Thank you so much. So, we're going to get right into it. I want to go ahead and just get started. As you guys know, Real Talk with ReZsaun, one of the things that we try to do on this show is to shine a light on the great things that are happening right here in the Charleston area. You know, we talk about everything that's going on in other cities. We talk about what's going on in Atlanta. We talk about what's going on in LA. But when it comes to Charleston, South Carolina, we have like nothing's going on. But there's a lot of great things going on right here in the Tri-County area. And tonight we get to shine a light on one of those. Thank you again for joining the show. Before we even get into the song, for those who do not know A.C. Riley, who is A.C.?
Who is A.C. Riley? Born and raised in Charleston, South Carolina. I don't know, because I'm many things to many people, but I'm like the same person altogether. I'm just someone who just, at this point in his life, just wants to make God great and make, life great in that aspect. So,
how did you get into music?
I was raised in the church, so that's how I started. Almost was born in the church. Mom, Waterbrook, and sanctuary. So that's not the truth. I was just wondering. But I've always been a part of music. Always loved music. Various aspects, every genre. I love music, and so I've dabbled in being in groups in my life. Been a part of like maybe 2 or 3 groups, of course, choirs in high school and all that.
Shout out to Namesake.
Namesake.
You know I had to do
every high school choir, every outside entity I've been a part of. I hate everybody. And then he just allowed me to venture off into my own thing.
Right.
And it's been an adventure in finding out who I am as an artist, because every artist is different.
Yes.
So just enjoying it and learning and being patient while the story unfolds. So my parents, they weren't pastors when I was born. 1995, my father became a minister, and I think 2000 something, my mom did the same. And so the church aspect has always been a part of my life, but the church aspect under pastors is something that's not relatively new, but something that is different because, with them becoming that, I became a PK kid. So there's always that title that you have to deal with. But wait, do I look at you or do I look at the camera?
You can look either way. It's good.
Okay.
I'm looking at you. I'm paying attention to you. You can look at the camera. You can look at me. You can go back and forth. It's good.
Okay, I'll do both. And so, my father's a pastor, my mom's a pastor. They have their own church, God's House of Worship. Shout out to everybody at Chiao. Whoop, whoop. And also shout out to Anointed Garvio True, who my pastor is, Apostle Antonio Thomas, and Lady Joy, our first lady. Whoop, whoop.
So you love music, you love God. You try to bring those. You want to bring those things together through gospel. So do you see yourself? I know a lot of the artists that I speak to nowadays are really more focused on the music side of it as opposed to the ministry side of it. What are your feelings on that?
You can't be a gospel artist and not have ministry without the music. You can't. That's like I'm saying, I'm going to feed you by bringing empty plates. It's like half the battle, and then I'm going to get mad at you because now I'm hungry, and then I feel like you're trying to play with my emotions. And I think that's the battle. The playing with our emotions is the part that we deal with on the Christian side, that we forget that we're trying to reach a people who some already don't like Christians, who they have their own views, so we don't want to play with their emotions because we're a pedestal and we're a footprint in the next level to their walk with Christ. We could be, like they say, the only God they see.
Yeah.
So I take that part very seriously. But as that, like I said, I'm trying to find all the levels of the artistry that I am. And I'm not just in front of the mic. I know there are other avenues that God's going to have to take me down, that he is taking me down. So again, just enjoying the ride.
Enjoying the ride. That's good stuff. All right. And Calvin, how did you get into videography?
Pretty much growing up in New York, been around the arts, street arts, street performers on the subway. Pretty much it just gave me something, like a spark.
Wow.
I've always been around music videos, like MTV, back when the MTV used to play music in the morning, every morning.
Yeah.
And just always been around it. My parents are the Jamaican, so I've always been around music.
So are you Jamaican?
Well, half Jamaican.
Can you make oxtails?
I can.
Can you make me some oxtails?
We're gonna see.
So you see her right there, Fran, he makes oxtails.
Just tell the whole world now.
So,
I'm sorry.
as far as your music, and thank you so much for sharing that. As far as your music, where do you want your music to go? Like what is the end game for you? Are you satisfied with being a local artist, or do you have more of a national view in mind?
We all want to be great, but we all have to make sure that we're great where he leads us and where he plants us.
Mhm.
We all have our aspirations and dreams. We don't know where that's going to end up. If he takes me to the great stages, the platforms, I'm all good with that. And there was a point where I would say where I don't want to just be local. I don't want to, just be the tri-state or whatever. But sometimes you have to clean up around your own home before you can go anywhere else.
Yeah.
And so being satisfied where I am until he takes me there, if he takes me there, is that. But as far as I would rather my footprint and my impact be greater than my placement and what they see. Because if I can bless somebody in China while I still live in Charleston, that's the greatest thing ever.
Wow, that's good. As far as your style, would you say that your style is comparable to anyone else? Anyone who hasn't heard your music yet, I'm pretty sure you have lots of fans out there. But maybe those who have not yet heard an AC Riley song. Would you say your style is reminiscent of any artists that inspire you, or would you say you're really out on your own?
No, I guess I would have to take my favorite artists where you can get a sound because you pull from what you listen to. As far as the gospel realm is involved, Todd Delaney, Jonathan McReynolds, even though I play no guitar, Todd Galbraith, he's one of my favorites. Kirk Franklin, of course, Donald Lawrence, of course, James Fortune, Smokey Norfolk. Those are my favorites. And then there are like others that if I name them, you wouldn't know. Like they're like not big, but they're still impactful. So people in the praise and worship realm or the storytelling, like the Donald Lawrences and the James Fortunes, the Anthony Brown Group Therapy, the arrangements, that stuff like that, the look, different artists, just making sure that I mesh well with the time because I don't want to be in a three-piece preaching at a youth conference. Singing at a youth conference.
Okay.
I didn't mean to say that.
Okay. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I just want to, just to bring a little relevance, to how we got linked up. I remember, I think it was like 2010 when we were singing with Namesake before you actually joined us, and you guys were having before we found out we were cousins.
Yeah.
You guys were having at God's House of Worship, y'all having an outdoor concert at Garrett, and y'all brought
The Truth.
The Truth. Yeah, I remember that. Like that was an amazing event, and I remember that I think you had like a strong hand in putting that together, right?
Pretty much the whole hand.
But like
yeah.
Right. So and you were really young at that time.
Was I in high school yet? I think I was in high school.
Right. So that day I knew that this young man was really special and that he had a lot to offer to not only the gospel community, but the community as a whole. So I wanted to thank you for that because since then I've gotten to really know you. We found out we were cousins. So it's sort of been a great road. But now we get to talk about your new music. You have Here I Am, aka Here I Am. First of all, the title. Where does it come from?
So the title is just a foretaste of what this whole era and this whole, I guess, movement that I'm in. The project, first be told, the Lord has me on a hush mode right now. So I'm like standing still waiting. I'm like at the finish, not the finish line. What's the first line? It's the ready, set, mark line, as you call it.
Starting line.
The starting line. There you go. I'm at that line.
Someone didn't do athletics in school. Just want to put that out there.
It's
not
baseball.
me or him.
I played baseball and soccer.
Did they have a starting line in baseball?
No, it was just
Go ahead. I'm sorry. God has you hush mode.
I'm on hush mode right now.
This guy.
And so, but the project and the era that I'm in, it's all about this whole project, this whole era, this whole concept is I know what I want, but it's a blessing and a compliment and a task to see your vision through the eyes and through the ears of someone else. So songs I've been working on, I've written everything. Excuse my bad, Charleston. I've written everything, but like they have songs where other people will sing them. Because I know I would sing them, I know where I would do this, where I would do that. But to hear it through someone else's ears, to hear it through someone else's eyes, i.e. the video, is something that's, complimenting myself and the other person who's involved. As part of the track, the Here I Am is spelled the audible as well as the physical. So it deals with making sure the lyrics say, "Do you hear me? I'm calling. Here I am, waiting patiently for you to speak." I like mesh two parts together. But it's saying, "Here I am, Lord. I'm listening to what you're saying, and here I am in this place where I'm waiting for you to show me." So the God I serve can be at all places at all times, and so He can be in my heart, in my earwaves, in my eyesight, while He's still guiding me where I need to be. So that's pretty much where the song is coming from, making sure that God covers all aspects of my life, that He has me covered in every aspect of my life.
Awesome. That's an awesome message. So when you got together with Calvin, like why choose Calvin as the director in the video?
Well, Calvin chose me.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going to tell the story. So I was looking for videographers, I think, and I put up a post on Facebook. And stuff like that is hard for me because I'm the type of person, I like to be secretive. I don't want people to know what I'm doing. And so I put up a post, and so people were tagging people. And one thing about me, I watch certain things, I look for certain things. And one thing as far as this was, I put up a post searching, and people were tagging people, and only a few people who were tagged reached out to me. I thought that was very noble, that was honorable. On behalf of the person who tags you, saying, thank you for, choosing me, and then, hey, let's work this new connect out. So Calvin reached out, and we were talking, and he was telling me what he does and all that. And I am his very first gospel.
Wow. Very first. All right. Praise God.
I've never.
You ready to join the church?
Hey,
We want to see how it
goes. God's out to work. What are you saying?
Can y'all see my ash? I don't think.
Can you finish the thought?
Sorry. And so he reached out, and he was like, I've never done a gospel video. I would love to do it." And so, I'm right here. Hey, let's talk numbers, let's talk logistics, let's get things in line so I don't waste your time and you don't waste mine. And we did that, and blase, and I went quiet. Not that I was point blank period, I just had to make sure I had the money. So he reached back out, and I told him my situation, and he was like, "Yo, you know what? Whatever you do, I'm grateful." And I was like, "Oh my God," because like I not look for signs, but I listen for the Lord in the action that I
here I am.
Boom. And so like that was like a major thing, and I was just like, okay, let's go, let's do it. So we met up several times and was just talking out the project, talking out the song. And lo and behold, what you're going to see today is what came of that.
Wow. So in putting together the idea for the video, now I'm saying that this, this being that I was a part of the video, like recording process, I can tell you, I could not tell it was your first gospel video. So what was your vision coming into this video?
Basically, I wanted to portray everything that he mentioned because I know this song is very dearly to his heart and has a powerful message. So my thing was just to, try to portray that and let everyone else feel that same exact feeling that AC was feeling. I clicked with the song as well, so I tried to make it very, I don't say too cinematic, but not really look like a music video. So that's basically the whole concept.
Telling stories. Yes, I love
telling stories.
Yeah, and that's what I definitely got out of it. I think I'm one of the few who've actually seen it because I have premiered on the show. And after, just so you guys know, after this, we will actually send you straight to the video. So please do not leave, do not go away. We have so much more to talk about as it pertains to the video. But once we get off this, we're going to direct you straight to where you can find the video and watch the premiere of this video. But moving on with that, so in putting together this project, let's continue there. Who did you enlist in, once you had your videographer, once you already had the song, who did you enlist as far as getting in that video process? How did you decide who would be in your video?
It was very simple. I chose everyone who's been a part of my journey thus far. I counted not robbery such a church for me. It's for people who take their time out of their life to be a part of my life. And so there have been, and one thing about me, I keep, the same people around. I use the same people for technical purposes, sound, blending, all that. But because these are people who I can trust, people who in some cases I've led upon and they've led upon me. And so there's a connection and a bond. So I reached out to everyone who was ever a part of my ministry, whether it was, of course, all the singers, all the musicians, everyone who's played a part in the AC Riley journey. And so everyone you see is everyone who's ever, I'm sang for them or they're sang for me,
wow.
Vice versa.
Yeah, and that's again, being that I was a part of that video, I can tell you that like the atmosphere was very family-like. We were in there and we're just singing songs and just playing around and having a good time. If y'all didn't get to watch the behind the scenes of the making of the video, you got to check it out. It literally, that was not us like fronting of, like, it was literally like that the entire time. A true family atmosphere. Shout out to everybody that made it. Anybody you want to shout out?
I want to shout out everyone who was a part of the video. I don't want to call names because I'm not going to forget people. But thank you to everyone who was a part. One person who wasn't a part of the video but was a part of the essence was Andrew Conyers. He did the behind the scenes shooting. And so I want to shout him out, of course. And just everyone who was a part. Like you said, it was a family. Like some of us haven't seen each other, like to Celia and Jeffrey. They've moved to another place. I'm not going to put the business out. They moved out to Charleston. And so, like, when everybody got together, it was just like we talked yesterday. And that's an atmosphere that I love to have around me. Just the common friend, love, of support, bond, all that is just awesome.
Wow. So let's go back to the song. I do want to make sure that I'll say this. Why did you choose, now I can't forget her name, Javetta, the great Javetta Campbell? Why her?
I don't. When I write, 9 times out of 10, I don't write for myself, or I write in a key where I'm like, why did I write this? Because I usually can't sing it. But I'll play the song and I'll hear people. Like I will literally hear people singing it. I'll hear arrangements and stuff. And Javetta was one of the people that I actually heard on the track and doing the track justice. Because when I hear stuff, I make sure that I'm listening to their vocals, how their vocals would complement the song. I listen to how their ministry would benefit from the song, and how their testimony and again their ministry complements my ministry, because it has to be one cohesive unit for it to all work. And she was one of the people who I heard, and when I asked her about it, it was like a boom, bam, bang.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Javetta and Campbell. Shout out to Tim too, man. Those Javetta is a powerhouse. Javetta, if you're watching, I'd love to have you on Real Talk with ReZsaun, by the way.
Javetta's not watching.
She's so amazing. She's like, her All Is Well, like, I heard her sing it at a church one time, and I heard that she had the single out. I went and downloaded it, and I promise you I listened to that song like 20 times straight, because she just, it's the perfect song. Like, it is the perfect song, and I'll put that song up against it. I just love that song in my heart. I can hear it right now, and I'm getting like the chilly things, so I'm not going to talk about it a whole lot. But it's the chilly things. On Real Talk with ReZsaun, we call it what we want.
Chilly things.
Good. So I also want to ask you this. So there were different scenes as the videographer. How did you visualize those moments that you created within the video? Because there's different parts, and maybe there's a specific part that sticks out to you guys that was like, okay, this is my thinking in this specific part. But how did you create those?
Honestly, it just came with the flow. Whatever I felt in my heart, and I was like, let's just go with it. Shout out to Pixel Studios, Leroy. He's amazing. He helped out a lot. He with lighting, he's an amazing person. He has the brain for it. So he kind of helped me out a little bit, but just the scenes, I just went with the flow.
Wow.
Whatever I felt.
So where did the card things come? Where did the writing thing come from?
This guy right here.
So what did that come from? Let's talk.
So I had we met because I wrote out my storyboard. And
storyboard writer. Add that to the list.
First artist that ever did a storyboard. I usually do it, but he did. I was like, hey,
storyboard writer. You need a storyboard writer? I'll let you see. Go ahead.
I write storyboards. T-shirt. All right, storyboard.
That's the new shirt.
All right, that's the
Do
new
it
shirt.
again, Jesus. I write storyboards.
But I wrote a storyboard and we were just going back and forth. I think like 3 of the scenes changed while we were just sitting there talking. One thing he was an advocate of is to have a plan in line, but make sure that the creativity flows. And I think was that, I don't remember if I had that right down. I don't know if I wrote that down. That was just natural. But that scene is the expression of where I'm at. If you go up to somebody and say, you look a little upset today. Yeah, it's written right here. Mm-hmm. I'm upset. Yeah. And I think that we changed it. So we were going to go pay homage to the No Hate. Mm-hmm. You know how they have the tape and whatever. I wanted to pay homage to that. And that's where that idea came from. And so, because I can't really tell you how I'm feeling, mm-hmm. so let me show you. Mm-hmm. And so that's where that actually came from. And I let Sharia, mm-hmm. Nadia, Jeff, and Lavetta. Mm-hmm. I let them write. I gave them the words, but I let them write and illustrate it because my hurt, my confused, my listening may not look like yours. So I wanted to make sure that, again, they played a part in my vision through their eyes. And so that's where that came from.
Well, I just want to say that Jeff's confused is hysterical.
His face is
I just want to put that out there, that Jeff's confused was hysterical.
Thank you, Dennis. What's going on, Dennis?
Shirley, don't start.
Shirley say I'm being good.
What's up, Shirley?
Joanna, how are you?
That's stuff like that. Things. So all those moments were really great, really powerful. I really enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it a video. My question is this the beginning of a total project, or is this just a situation where you're just putting out singles?
This is the beginning of a project. This is the beginning of a project. That's really all I can tell you right now. Again, the Lord, He's preparing me. He's pruning. He's chastising. He's doing what He needs to do to make sure that I don't embarrass Him or myself when He allows me to venture out. So this is the beginning of a process. It's something that I want to take very carefully because I know what I want, but I just told somebody the Lord is very spoiled, so He's going to get what He wants eventually. Indeed. So this is the beginning of a project. This is the beginning of an era. This is the beginning of who I was called to be.
All right. So what's next then? What's next on the AC Riley?
What's next? The Lord has hushed me from. He's hushed me from the forefront. So I've still been working. I've still been writing. I've still been writing out all my ideas, writing songs. And so if you need music, not only do I do storyboards, but I write songs.
He writes songs, and he's really good. Vocal arrangements, really good. I've worked with this young man for a while, and I can attest to the greatness of his arrangements, definitely. So you're writing.
Right.
Are you doing any production?
Yeah.
All right.
Kinda, maybe.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm trying not to put everything out.
I mean, this is sort of what this is about. It's promoting what you're doing. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's what this video is.
That's what this is about.
Oh my God.
That's what this whole thing is about. Like putting it out there.
You coached me before the outs.
That's what this is. Okay. The whole point of the video.
I got it.
So Calvin, what do you have? Calvin G Films.
Yes.
What's next for you? What's coming up?
Pretty much, I have some short films. I've written a few scripts already. More music videos. There's a lot. You act? Oh, that's good. All right.
He didn't want to put it out there.
So yeah, pretty much I have a lot of things going on. I travel a lot out of Charleston, usually LA, New York, but I want to do more things in Charleston. I feel like there's a lot of talent.
I just want to say that people who think I'm busy, we had to postpone meetings because he was going to California and Japan and Istanbul and stuff. And so this is a busy guy with a great vision.
That's proactive. That's my thing.
You all connect with him. All you artists who have a vision, you can be better than an iPhone.
Wow. Definitely. You can move up to a webcam like me.
Pretty much webcam. Webcam is this big, y'all.
Yo, webcam with a 1080p, man. 1080, man. Can't beat it with a stick. I'm just saying. So, all right. So music videos. You got the scripts out there. Where can they find you? If they say, well, I'm shooting a video and I need a videographer. Don't come. Sorry, I'm gonna make this disclaimer for you before you even have to do it. Don't come to the homie Calvin talk about, oh, I got $100 and I want to record a video. You can't afford it. All right, get your bread up, then come back and record. Don't stop asking for discounts because the person doesn't like you. Sorry. All right, now go ahead.
So everything you can find me is Calvin G Films. It's going to be on all social media, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, everything. Calvin G Films. I even have a website. So yeah, just check me out. A lot of artists, please, you come to me. Just make sure you have general idea of what you want. It makes things a lot easier. But if you don't, obviously I can help you out. So pretty much.
Are we in charge?
No, you're not in charge. You are not in charge.
So pretty much, I just want to create a great vision for different artists, and hopefully you guys are really good. If you're not good, I'm gonna definitely tell you, hey, I'm gonna give you some tips. I'm not gonna just be like, oh, you're whack. No, I'm gonna give you some tips, and then when you improve, we can definitely work. But I'm all about working with anyone.
So since I have the mic, Calvin, what was it like working with AC Riley?
Man, that shoot was it was a really good shoot. I'm not gonna lie, it was a really good shoot. But this man knows exactly what he wants, and he's gonna demand what he wants. And I'm the person.
I didn't demand
it.
it.
You ain't demanded, but I sense that you demanded it. But it wasn't like a bad demand. It was a very creative, very creative.
You know, at church right now, we were just kind of serious about dominion and authority, and so that's probably where that came from. You know, shout out to AGT once again.
Word. So I had to start having to run out. I normally don't do that. It's very unprofessional.
It was the Holy Ghost.
No, I had to chili things. I had to go with my chili things. I had to go with my charger for my laptop before it died. I forgot to get the charger, so not bad on that. But thank you so much for that. So what I want to say is, before we close out, I'm really excited with this project. For those who came on to see the video, as of 15 minutes ago, the video is actually live on the page. So you can actually go in and check out the AC Riley video shot by Calvin G Films. Calvin G Films. And it's real talk with ReZsaun, world premiere of Here I Am. If you're watching the replay, then it's going to come in right after this. But if you're not watching the replay.
So this is my first video.
This is your first video.
His first gospel video.
His first gospel video.
Real talk.
My first
Oh
video.
my God.
This is a big day, man. This is a big day. So thank you guys so much. Anything you want to say in closing?
Thank you, ReZsaun. Thank you, Cal. Thank you, everyone watching now. Thank you, everyone who's been a part and who shall be a part. Let's enjoy this ride together.
Shout out to Raven.
Yes.
Raven.
Yes.
Okay, so let me. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna call everybody's name because you. Thank you. Shout out to the guy. Who were the guys? ReZsaun. RJ was there. He didn't want to be in the video.
He wanted to be in the video.
He wanted to be in the video. He wore the wrong thing. Yeah. It was his dad's fault. He should have dressed him properly. Thomas was like the last minute person that came in. He was like, okay, whatever. Shout out to Vernon and Trevon. Hey, Bobby. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Vernon,
I was gonna say, don't do it. Back and going.
So Vernon loves the Lord, and his attire proves it. But that's Vernon.
You love the Lord.
No, I'm not. I'm not going there. Okay, so the girl, Celia, Jeffrey. Sorry,
Jeff.
He gets on my nerves. Celia.
Shout out to Jimmy.
His wife, my other cousin, ReZsaun Lewis.
Life of La.
Life of La. Sharia, Christina Brown, Christina, out of everyone who was at the video, Christina's known me all my life. I've known her since diapers. And so, shout out to you. Lavetta, daughter, how are you? Am I missing anybody? No, I mean the singers. I said Nadia, the mother of my nephew. I was about to say something, but I thought you were about to say something. No, I just want to say my favorite nephew, but that's rude because he's not my favorite nephew. Because all my nephews the same. I have
you know this on film, right?
1, 2. I do. They all right. All my nephews. I have 5 nephews. He's my favorite because he's the funniest. King is the funniest right now.
Lady Joy says you did not invite her to be in your video. She ain't
Oh
my
God!
Shout out
Y'all,
Lady
that's
Joy.
my first lady.
Shout out to Lady Joy. Shout out to Antonio Thomas, Pastor.
Yeah. All right. So I did everybody.
Yeah, I think you got
singers.
all the singers. Yeah.
Shout out to Trenton. I'm on my birthday.
Shout out to Raven.
I'm getting there. Trenton's birthday was this week.
Do you think, man? I'm
This party
Saturday.
Oh. Shout out to Javetta. Javetta came. Javetta showed up, got dressed, did 4 takes, and then was like all in 30 minutes. Quick. Boom. And she wore the Michael Jackson rock. Y'all want the kicking chicken?
What was that kicking chicken? Go ahead.
You are like we look like She wore the Michael Jackson Rock With You pants. Those are my favorite.
So in the video, watch for the Rock With You pants.
Watch with the you'll get it when you see it. Shout out to Raven. Raven, like Leroy was like blown away by Raven. I'm not blown away because I know what my sister does. She rocks it. She does it the best. That's why she was there.
What did she do?
I don't want to say she praise dance because it's not like because what I told her in the text, I said, I want you to let's do the songs and interpret the words.
Liturgical.
That. And she liturgic the heck out of that thing. Like, I'm proud of her. Like people and like y'all will see and y'all will see. Like everybody who was in the video did exactly what they were called to do. Not as in called as I told them, called as in they were who they were. And she
didn't want no shout out. She wanted to get inserted in the video.
We got you next time.
We got Calvin.
I'm going to plug her real quick. Dream Pushers, you need to check her out. She has a conference coming up. It's going to be stupidly dope. You guys go to her Facebook page. Go to Instagram. Go to Instagram. Search Dream Pushers Conference. It's coming. Yeah, y'all did. Dream Pushers is coming up. That's her plug. That's everybody. ReZsaun was in the video. I didn't shout him out.
I was in the video.
He has like mad swag. If y'all should watch the behind the scenes. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like oh, good. All right, let's look at it.
Yeah. So if they want to find you, how can they locate you? I'm gonna start with him. Then we'll work out
Sure.
this way. Okay. If they need to find you, how can they find you?
So once again, Calvin G Films. Biggest thing, find me on Facebook. I'm really quick.
Do you have a website?
Website as well.
All right.
Calvin G Films.
CalvinGFilms.com?
.com.
CalvinGFilms.com. I like to make sure people get it real time on Real Talk with ReZsaun. All right. See, yeah, I got you, bro. I got you, man. I do this, man. Yeah.
Come on, wife. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey,
she was quick.
Okay. Come on, somebody. Calvin G Films. Okay, if they need to find you, AC, where can they find you? And where can they find your project?
Here I Am is on all social media outlets. Search. I don't remember. You don't have to search here. I think it's search here the Audible, because TuneCore switched it. But I think it's search here the Audible or just search AC Riley, and it should pop up. Shout out to Jasmine and Jasmine, you were asking questions. You found the video. Thank you. I can be sought on everything. AC Riley on Facebook. I'll follow AC Riley on my personal. As far as social media, AC Riley online on everything.
Word.
And how can they find you?
You know how to find me. You know what we do. Real Talk with ReZsaun. On Twitter, I am Real Talk ReZsaun. On Instagram, I'm Real Talk ReZsaun. On Facebook, I'm Real Talk with ReZsaun. And on Periscope, I'm Real Talk ReZsaun. You can also find me Sunday nights from 7 to 8 right here on this very station. Y'all know what we do. Sports, music, politics, you name it, we discuss it. There's nothing off limits as long as it's respectful and respectable, because I do have students and children who watch my show. So with all that said, make sure that you guys tune in on Sunday night. I have a lot of things to discuss. We just had Kanye West is doing some really interesting things that we're going to talk about. You know, I don't know if he's in the sunken place or what, but we're going to get to the bottom of it. The NFL draft is tonight.
That's what you did there.
In about
some good players get to the bottom of it.
You see what I'm saying? I do this, man. I do words. The NFL draft starts like 8 o'clock, so we'll be talking about that as well, and everything else that comes up between now and then. Shout out to everybody who watched But at the end of the day, always remember that if a man doesn't stand for something, he'll fall for anything. But that's real talk. Make sure you watch the video. It's in the page live now. Peace.
That was a really corny vibe, dude.
Is what my situation is. The water's still, the sun shines, the moon is lit, and the stars align. What about my prayers, Lord? What about my prayers, Lord? Do you hear me?
I'm calling.
I'm calling.
Do you hear me?
Do you hear me? 'Cause I need you.
It's the question of my heart, Father. For I'm calling. Father, we're waiting just to hear from you.
Jesus. Thank you, Father, for being there, Jesus. Here we stand, Father, waiting on you, waiting on your voice. I'm calling.
I'm calling.
Do you hear me?
Do you hear me? 'Cause I need.
It's the question of my heart, Father. For I'm calling.
I'm calling. Do you hear me? 'Cause I need.
Do you hear me?
I'm calling.
Do you hear my cry?
Do you hear me? 'Cause I need.
Come on, lift your voice.